Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is a new animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that came out a few weeks ago, and once again, I'm incredibly late. So this movie's directed by Jeff Rowe, and it's produced by Seth Rogan and Sam Weaver, okay, that might not be his name. I can't remember the other two people who produced the movie, but that's because Seth Rogen's name comes first, and it's harder to remember names when you have a really famous name next to it. At least that's the rationale that I'm telling myself. Either way, doesn't matter, I'm bad with names. Seth Rogen produced a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and we get a new Ninja Turtles movie, and you guys have probably already seen it, and I'm here to give my thoughts on it. This movie follows, of course, the origin and the beginning of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You guys should know who the Ninja Turtles are at this point: Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello. This movie is about their origin with Master Splinter in the sewers, and it's about a new threat that rises to, you know, threaten New York. Basically, if you saw the trailer, that's essentially the story. Is Superfly, mutant threat against New York. Ninja Turtles have to stop him. That's all you really need to know. You are looking at one of the die-hard Ninja Turtle fans. I am a fan, have been a fan of the Ninja Turtles since I was a little kid. Now, it's easy to roll your eyes at that because it's like, Hannibal, you've been a fan of like almost everything since you were a little kid. It's stupid to mention that in videos. And you know what? Point taken. I did not think that through before I shot this video. I had a lot of fun with Mutant Mayhem. I think Mutant Mayhem is actually one of the better Ninja Turtle adaptations. I think both diehard fans and new casual Ninja Turtle fans are probably gonna get some kind of enjoyment out of it. The obvious place to start with a movie like this is the animation. The animation here is beautiful. A lot of people are gonna say it feels inspired by the Spider-Verse movies, and obviously, yeah, there's a little bit of that in there when it comes to like the color grading, how they drew and animated the movie, but I actually think it's a little bit rougher around the edges, which actually kind of makes it stand out a little bit more. I remember seeing a behind the scenes thing where Seth Rogen was like, we want it to look like teenagers that doodle in their notebooks or something like that. I would say that quality actually lends itself to the beauty of the animation. It actually feels like concept art that is brought to life, an unfinished concept art, in a way that you feel like you can pepper in some of the details with the background and stuff. You've got some gorgeous eggs on a tit animation. You also have a really good voice cast that they threw together for this movie. You have the heavy hitters for a movie like this, like John Cena, Ice Cube, people like that. Ayo Edebiri, I think that's her name. She's been in The Bear. She was in Bottoms, which is a movie that I just saw. She's having a banger of a year. She has been in a lot of really good shit, and she's really good in this movie as April O'Neil. I like what they did with April in this movie. It's enough like April that it feels like April, but it also feels new, and it feels a little bit different from the April that you've probably seen in other adaptations. I like her relationship with the Turtles. I like all the voice cast for the Turtles. I love the youthful energy that they bring to the roles, the way that they accentuate the fact that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are in fact teenage. That's something that sometimes gets lost in different adaptations. Like sometimes they're teenagers, but they feel more adult in how they approach certain situations. No. In this movie, based on the voice acting and based on the direction, you're gonna be able to tell that these are teenagers. They react to situations the way that teenagers would. Teenagers don't always react to situations mature. I mean, take it from yours truly. Granted, I'm an adult and I don't always react to situations in the mature way, so I don't know, maybe this is just a human being thing. Ice Cube definitely stole the show for me. I didn't expect Superfly to be as entertaining a villain as he turned out to be, but hey, Ice Cube, I don't know, maybe he should actually do more voice acting stuff. The movie's got a good blend of heart and humor. It has a nice message that kids and adults can walk away with. That is a message about feeling alone in the world and wanting to be accepted by everybody else, but also realizing that sometimes you have to do the right thing for the right reasons, not do the right thing for the wrong reasons. There are some changes that I'm not a big fan of, and I do feel like the diehard Turtle community is going to have a fit nitpicking this movie to death. There are some changes that work for this movie and this adaptation, and there are some changes that me and other diehards are probably going to look at this movie and raise our eyebrows and scratch our heads a little bit and go, hey, why'd you do that? It's just nitpicks for me. They might be bigger issues for other people, but they do change some things about the Turtles' origin, their mythology, some details about their lives, and again, some people are going to bitch about it. It is what it is. I think for me, a bigger issue with the movie is the tonal inconsistency. This movie is very funny and it has a good sense of humor, but it also has humor that clashes with some of the more serious, more emotional moments in the movie. It's almost like this movie didn't know how to settle down, didn't know how to let the serious moments marinate, and it felt like it was always in a rush to get back to the jokes. And the jokes are fine and you get it, it's a kid's movie, like you're going with it, but at the same time you do wish the movie wasn't as silly, and you do wish that it had a better balance of silly moments versus serious and emotional moments, and that was something that I noticed throughout the movie. Also, Also, the mutant part of Mutant Mayhem is kind of a letdown for me in this movie. Like Bebop, Rocksteady, Genghis Frog. It feels like they didn't get a lot of time to do stuff in this movie when it comes to specific characters. Like, they're there and they're in the movie and they're part of the plot. I'll put it to you like this. You remember Captain America the Winter Soldier? Okay, Captain America the Winter Soldier is in the movie and he shows up every now and then to like fight Cap for whatever. But the actual point of the movie is not really about the Winter Soldier. It's about Hydra and it's about the infiltration of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the implications for the bigger world of the MCU. Like, that's what the movie's actually about. The Winter Soldier is in the movie, but so what? That's how I feel about the mutants and how they were portrayed in some sections of this movie. Again, more of a nitpick than an actual issue, but it is something I thought I'd bring up. No spoilers. There is a great sequence in this movie that I had to mention. It's a sequence, it's a montage where the Turtles are kicking ass to Blackstreet and Dr. Dre and Queen Pen, No Diggity. It's one of my favorite montages, one of my favorite animated sequences, maybe of all time. Like, I had a big ass grin watching this sequence in the movie. And it is sequences like that throughout the film that is gonna make a lot of casual fans like this movie, and I do think a lot of diehards ultimately are gonna have a fun time too. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem was a really, really good time at the movies. I'm gonna leave this one in the Silver Age for Man of Steel. Tell me, have you seen it? What did you think about it? What's your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle adaptation of all time? Put that in the comment section down below. Please like and subscribe to the Superfan Show, and if you like what you see, tell me how you feel and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.